Hello, welcome to the first CBFU from the shop of 2015. This is for the week of January 7th, and we're here at Manifest Comics in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Start it off. What do you got?
Okay, I'm going to start off with a new book from Dark Horse Comics. This is called Lady Killer #1. This is by Joelle Jones and Jamie S. Rich. Joelle Jones co-wrote the story and did the art. Jamie Rich helped on the story. And I was unfamiliar with this creative team, but it was a really good first chapter.
Yeah.
It's like, quick, just to describe it, it's like Donna Reed meets Dexter, I guess.
Sort of Dexter, like maybe Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, sort of like if Donna Reed was a hired assassin.
Yeah.
And that's
that
basically
works.
the gist of it. But I liked it. It was a good first issue, fast-paced, the art was good. I enjoyed it. What do you think?
No, I liked it. I thought like the first couple pages, I was like, oh, what is this? It's just gonna be like a crazy, serial killer woman. It's like, the first like 2 pages didn't interest me, but then like once it got to like the first like twist, and then like, it was like, oh, okay, it moves really fast.
Yeah.
Almost too fast. What is this? Dark Horse? I thought it was an Image book. It almost moves too fast. You're gonna finish it like that, but it's good. If
this was Image, it would probably be like double size for the same price.
Yeah.
Because Image usually does like 64 page.
Yeah. It might. I think that might be better in trade, but it's good. It's a good first issue.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's almost like a little bit Twilight Zone-y, a little noirish.
I guess. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Logos.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
What's your first book?
My first book is Amazing Spider-Man #12, Spider-Verse Part 4. Main reason that I wanted to review this book was I read an article on Bleeding Cool News today, Tuesday, saying that the last page is going to blow the internet up. It's going to and it's not going to blow the internet up. It's not going to do that. But it's like everything else. It's an amazing book. This series has been the best crossover. I can't even think of the last crossover that was this good. This is the last event crossover thing that was this good. This is the main story, but they have like the other pieces from the other things, and I think even the cartoon.
Yeah, no.
I think that's what's gonna happen in the cartoon. I think I have a feeling
that'd be really cool.
And it's just like you don't need to read the tie-ins, but it's good.
Yeah,
the tie-ins help. That's what a crossover should be.
Yeah, they don't make it like necessary where you have to read tie. Like with Hickman's Avengers book and everything, you literally have to read every chapter of his books.
Yeah.
With this, they give you enough information in the little part, and in some ways that's a little bit of weakness because if you're reading all of it, you're rereading some things in some of it. But they give you all the information you need in this book.
Yeah. Is this the first one that's not by Copiel?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, like even some of it I thought was Copiel. But the art's good. It's Giuseppe Camuncoli, who's done this book before.
He's done Spider-Man before.
It's just, it's an amazingly strong book. The only thing I could say that was disappointing, when I thought like the last page was going to like blow the internet up, I came up with a bunch of theories. And like this and this and this. And I think they're all good theories. But
and some of those theories might happen.
There's like one thing, like a question that happens with 2099, like where did the inheritors come from? I want to know more about that. But I really like this book a lot. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 logos. Really good. Great series. If you're not picking up Spider-Verse, pick it up.
Yeah, it's so much better than Axis was.
So much better than Axis. This is the best Spider-Man's been under slot. I can't remember the last time Spider-Man was this good. 616 Spider-Man has been this good for me.
Yeah, so that's really good.
Amazing.
Okay,
our next Spider-Man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Our next book is Green Lantern #38. This is the first book coming out of the Green Lantern New Gods line-wide crossover. And it's a good standalone issue. It's very much character based. It's a slow, just character based set on Earth, which I don't think they have had a lot in the Green Lantern books in forever. And I think it's a nice character between Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner, and even there's another DC hero here who's a friend of Hal Jordan's who cameos in this book. And I enjoyed it. What did you think?
I did not. I like the art. I think the art's the strongest that's been in this book because I didn't like Tan on art, but I don't think Venditti gets Hal Jordan at all. I don't think he gets the character, and like not even close. We had Jeff Johns for like 10 years, and Jeff Johns got the character. For most people, that was the definitive Hal Jordan because Hal was gone for a while, and Johns weren't back. This is just, he's angry. He's just yelling at people for like very little reason. He's a little whiny. That's not Hal Jordan. I don't know, Hal Jordan like fought Blackest Night, and like the Guardians that were supposed to be like, a little bit more calm and relaxed. Now they're just like the other Guardians.
Yeah, that's true.
Like ordering people around, and when they didn't want to do that in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. I did enjoy the stuff between Guy and Hal though. I thought their relationship was nice.
The stuff with Guy was good, but I've never gotten the impression that this Hal Jordan is that much hates Guy Gardner that much. or just doesn't like him that much. It's
Yeah.
just it's too much for me. I like the Guy Gardner and Red Lanterns, and the characterization of Guy is okay in there, but like the characterization of Hal and the characterization of one of the other characters, the character that appears in the book, is like, come on. And I also don't believe that she's with Kyle Rayner because that's weird, and I still don't feel like that's organic.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. That relationship has never made sense.
Nah.
Kyle doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I still enjoy. I enjoyed the characterization for what it was, and I thought it was a nice break from.
It's a good jumping on point.
Yeah,
It's a really good jumping on point. They pretty much tell you
Absolutely.
everything you need to. You don't have to read anything with Green Lantern, and you can jump onto that
Yeah.
book. So I'll give it that, and the art's really nice.
Yeah, I would give it a 6 out of 10 Lugos. I enjoyed it for what it was.
That's not bad. Last book of the week is Wolverines #1. This is a weekly series. The aftermath of Wolverine's death. This two groups of characters. One group's characters that you recognize: Sabretooth, Daken,
Yeah.
X-23, Lady Deathstrike, and Mystique. And this new group of characters that was introduced in like an aftermath book for the death of Wolverine. And those books, the aftermath books, I didn't think were very good at all. I thought they were pretty weak, especially considering that Wolverine was one of my favorite characters. I thought Death of Wolverine was done, pretty well. But this is the best thing that's come out of the Death of Wolverine for me. I really like the art by Nick Bradshaw. There's 2 pages that he doesn't do, which are just, it's weird, but
Yeah.
I like the art by Nick Bradshaw. I like the characterization. I like where he's going with the story, where he seems to be going with the story.
This is Charles Soule and
Charles
Ray
Soule,
Fawkes is going to
yeah,
be doing
and
the
Nick,
writing.
and Nick Bradshaw's on art for this one and for some of them. And I like Sabretooth's, like everybody reacting to Sabretooth's inversion because nobody trusts him, and nobody should trust Sabretooth because he's Sabretooth. But I thought that was really good. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a really good book. It's fun. It's there's no massive like tie-ins or anything. It's really standalone. I think basically it goes right from the end of Death of Wolverine, where Wolverine is still in the adamantium, his tomb.
Yeah.
And it's really good. And also, it's got one of my favorite X-Men characters.
Yeah.
Makes,
Villains.
my favorite X-Men villain that makes an appearance in it. And anytime he's in any book, I love him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's strong. My one criticism or complaint would be Daken's characterization's a little bit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he goes from, like, he was killed in Uncanny X-Force, and then they brought him back in Uncanny Avengers as a Horseman of Apocalypse, and then all of a sudden he comes back and Wolverine's dead and he's sad now. And I think we missed that transition.
Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't show that transition.
Yeah. But I mean, it happened. But again, I really liked it. I think it was the best thing that's come out of the post-Wolverine death, and I would give this 8 out of 10 Lugos. I think it's a strong start to a weekly series. Hopefully it keeps up. And it starts out with a tease of 6 months in the future, so I'm sure, he's got it all planned out.
Well,
They have it all
Charles
planned out.
Soule has said that this weekly is leading into something else.
Yeah,
So it's leading somewhere.
and I'm interested, so that's cool.
You got him.
Yeah,
You got him on the hook.
8 out of 10. And that's it
Yep.
for this week. And
Have a great week.
Have a great
Buy
week.
some
Happy New Year.
comics. Happy New Year. And we'll see you next week.
Yes, see you next week.
Have a good one.